All right, folks. So we left Toronto at 5 a.m. this morning. We came up to the country house, and we're gonna try to fix Dottie here. She's not. I don't think she's feeling too well these days. So I just started her up, and I'm gonna show you guys what I'm seeing. Okay, what I'm seeing here is that there's a huge lack of power. So let's start this thing up here. Okay, so when I twist the throttle fast, that's what happens. If I do it at gradual throttle, it's fine. But there's definitely lack of power there. So we're gonna take her apart. I'm told it's probably the IACV valves. Maybe when I get her done, I can take her out, or I can take one of the horses out. I guess you can't see them too well. He's hiding. Or it's a hot day. I've got a pond back there somewhere. It's there, big pond. Have a swim. Anyway, so basically to change the IACV hoses, it's going to cost about $30 per hose from Triumph, and I was able to get on to Amazon. I bought this 1/4 inch, 5 feet for about $15, and I bought some clamps here, just a bag of clamps, but they have the size I want for about $5. Got a sandwich. And more importantly, we have a beer. But it's only 11 o'clock here. Well, it's 12 o'clock somewhere. So let's get this bike torn apart, and we'll see what's wrong with her. All right, so I got the seat off, the tank off, and it looks like, well, and I have my air filter off, but when I opened up the tank, I actually had this hose wasn't connected to the airbox at all. This one was. It's come off now because of I took the box off, the airbox off. But this one was not connected. I'm wondering if that's the problem I've been having with my idle. It does make sense, but maybe we'll connect that and just see if the bike runs better. All right, guys, I've removed the tank. Before I removed the tank, I disconnected the battery. I know it doesn't look like it's disconnected, but the power is not going to get to there anyway. The tank's been taken off. You can see right there, protected. The airbox has been taken off. Like I mentioned earlier on, this hose wasn't connected to my airbox, so this hose wasn't connected to my airbox. So to make sure that that's connected next time, I've taken off the IACV hoses, and I've numbered them. So you see that one there, numbered 4 right. So it's 4th to the right. I couldn't get the first one out. It seems like it's really deep in there. Deep in on an angle. If you see it way back here. So I wasn't able to get my hands in there. So I took off the side, hoping to gain access to it, and I might be able to pull it out there. It's a little bugger to get off. So with that hose being gone, I actually Facebook some guys, and they said that this probably didn't have anything to do with my lack of throttle response. So we're gonna go back to the hoses. The hoses, in my opinion, they don't look bad at all. There's no cracking at all, but I don't know what's going on in that corrugated stuff. So I'm just gonna replace them anyway, and we'll just see what happens. Other than that, it looks like it's pretty clean. There's nothing disconnected. Nothing's been broken. You'll see the spider web of wires right here. This is actually for the lights that I put underneath the bike. I'm going to try to clean that up today. I didn't want to take the tank off at the condo, so I just kind of shoved it underneath there until I could get up to the up here and get this thing fixed. All right. One more thing, guys. It's really important that you mark down where you're taking everything off. See, that was, I mentioned before, I did, 2 right, and then over here on this one I wrote, I'm not sure if you can see that, but it says 2 right on it, directly on there. That way I know exactly where everything goes, and there's no issues. All right, so I changed up the hoses. 4, 3, 2, 1. I've put the IACV valve back on. I'm just gonna start doing things. I did check the spark plugs. The spark plugs were fine. I checked the filter for the air box. It's fine as well. So I'm just gonna put everything back together again, and we're gonna see how she runs. All right. So this is part 2, scene 2. I had everything back together again, and as I'm plugging things back in, I saw this wire, this plug. It's brown and white and yellow and orange, or orange and yellow. So I was afraid to turn the bike on to check it out without having that plugged in, or not being confident in the wiring that I taken apart. So I actually did a lot of research, and I found this is for the California emissions. I could be wrong, but that's my first guess. So I'm gonna get this thing back together again, start her up, and see what she sounds like. Hey guys, got the bike back together again, and it actually took a while for it to start up. I was concerned that I had something plugged in incorrectly, but she seems to fire up nicely now. Let's give her a shot. I'm happy with that. Is it perfect? It's not perfect. There's something else going on with it. That the throttle is way better than it was. It's 1,000% better. So I guess that's the end of this video. Thanks guys, bye.